Good morning. We made it. Day one of the Wealth and Wellness Workshop. I know that there's been some crazy stuff going on Instagram this morning. So we are I'm streaming on my, um, also on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. If you're having problems with your Instagram, I was almost not sure if I should. Hello on YouTube. I was almost not sure if we should reschedule it. And I was like, you know what? We'll just make it work. We'll make it happen. These things happen all the time. I'm super excited to be here with you guys on day one of the Wealth and Wellness Accelerator Workshop. So you should have, I want to give it a couple minutes, like I said, because we're having a lot of technical issues today. So you should have received in an email this morning the day one worksheet that we're going to work through. And also, if you haven't received that and you're interested, hello YouTube, you guys are here. Okay, like let's go. If you haven't received that, you have to actually register for this training, and the link is at my bio if you want to actually do the worksheets. Now, I was even having some personal I was even having some personal issues with my just internet. And so this is what the worksheets look like. They're right in Google Documents. So this is what day one looks like. So don't worry about your IG. They're bringing the accounts back. It's just, I think it's a little glitch. But I'm sure they'll fix it. It seems like this happens like once a year. And interestingly enough, we have a major midterm coming up. So I don't know if it's a coincidence, but anyways. So as I said, if you haven't already, so excited to see you guys on YouTube. Thank you. I have a YouTube that I don't even really use. I think I should probably start branching out onto different platforms. If this isn't a sign, I don't know what is. So if you're having issues with your Instagram, then definitely go over to my YouTube. My YouTube is Healing with Ginger DeClue. So let's get started. So do you guys have your hi guys, hello. Do you guys have your worksheet? I just want to make sure before we get into it. Yes, and this will be saved. This will be saved onto my Instagram, God willing that it works, and also onto my YouTube. So there'll be two places to watch it. Okay, so as long as you guys have your worksheets together, the purpose of this training that I put together. So Kira, check your spam box. It was sent this morning. You should have gotten the worksheets. I'll give you guys a second to go find those. Cool. Matthew's got his worksheet out. This will definitely be saved. And the purpose of this webinar that I'm doing, these trainings I'm doing this week, is to help you guys get your health and your wealth in order. Okay, I always say health is wealth, and we all deserve to be rich. And you need to take the physical actions to heal your body in order to, be able to be in alignment to get the wealth. But there are also practical steps that you can take that I have learned over the years of taking multiple business courses. My amazing, one of my amazing assistants, Alyssa, who's actually launched over $10 million in products and courses. She, her and I came together and decided to put this together for you guys so that you can get not only your health together, but your wealth. And we all need to exit the matrix. We all need to learn how to create our side hustle. If you guys aren't interested in leaving your 9 to 5, that's okay. But this is a really powerful time where you can utilize the powers of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and social media to create abundance. So it is on, I am live on YouTube. There's 30 people, 28 people in the room. So if you want to go check me out, Healing with Ginger DeClue, it is live on YouTube as well. So once you get that worksheet up, today we are really going to dive in on day one on how you are going to identify your zone of genius. So that's part one. We are going to figure out what your zone of genius can be used for and how you can help people with it, and basically how to find a market for those people. So, it's going to be a really interesting training, and day one is really about kind of nailing down and figuring out who you are. What are you here to say? Who are you here to serve? Because if you're of service, you will thrive. If you are of service, you will thrive, guys. So that's kind of where we're at. So on day one, the first thing I want you guys to start doing with yourselves daily, I want you to start your day by drinking juices and eating only fruits for the first 6 hours of your day. These are your wellness action steps. So if every day you wake up and you start your day with fruits, juices, smoothies, you're going to give your body that nice prep it needs in order to have a really good start and start cleaning out those detox pathways. I want you to do 5 minutes of breathing practices. 5 minutes of breathing practices could look like you sitting with a timer and just breathing through your nose in for 4 and out for 4 for 5 minutes, just so you can get that clarity of mind. And then I want you to set your intention. And that could be something that you just put as your back screen on your backdrop of your screen when you when you have just going through your day. Like your intention could be something as simple as, today I'm going to stay in peace. Today I'm going to say nice things to myself. Today I'm going to work towards my goals. Today I'm going to be kind the way I speak to myself. It doesn't have to be anything crazy profound, or it can be, so set your intention of what you want to achieve in the day. And that is going to help you to establish, clarity of mind, because this is so important that we get our minds very clear to figure out how we show up and serve. There's no way I could show up to these lives, to my trainings, to my students, if I wasn't taking really excellent care of myself, hydrating my body, and it always starts with a healthy and healed body. So today we are going to, if you're looking at the worksheet, we are going to be gaining clarity on your inner genius. So all of us have amazing qualities, right? But sometimes they're buried a little bit deep, okay? And having a lot of toxins build up in your body means that it's going to take a little work to bring them to the surface, especially when you're just brain fogged and fatigued and all these things. So this process, though, that we're going to do this morning, it should be fun. It should be explorative. It shouldn't feel like, oh my God, I so much pressure. Like if you're having a hard time, it's okay. You're even welcome to work on these worksheets later if you're not able to complete it today. But I try to design it so that we could try to get through this together here today. So the more you have fun, though, the more you let it flow, the easier it is. It's going for you to grow your business that comes out of your zone of genius. Okay. So for me, I'll use myself as an example. I've always been passionate about health. I had to be, because I had to heal myself. So that's one of my passions, right? And so it's easy for me to show up and talk about something that's I've been, researching for years and years and years. So what are you passionate about, though? What lights you up? When I say passions, I mean topics, activities, and things you could talk about for hours, like things that you could just go on and on and on, and your friends are annoyed. They're like, okay, like shut the heck up. Don't overthink on this one, but I want you to list out maybe 1 to 5 things that you are passionate about. Okay, so maybe it's helping people. Maybe you love, and let me make Emily the moderator. Just made you the moderator. Yes, and the email was emailed out this morning, so you have that worksheet in your email. Could be in promotions, it could be in spam, just so you guys know. So, just guys, FYI, don't stress about this. What do you naturally love to talk about? Some things that I like to talk about. I love to talk about health. I love to help people. I love makeup. I know that's a silly one, but I love to do makeup, right? And I'm passionate about beautifying the skin. I love to do skincare. I love self care. I love, um, just being in nature. Don't feel like you have to put something that's so unique and profound. Right now, we're just trying to discover what you're good with. And what if there are too many things you're passionate about, difficult to refine my demographic or true passion. So basically, love, you have to start by writing some things down. Right? This is a brainstorming session, guys, and I'd be curious to hear in the chat what you guys are coming up with that you're passionate about talking about. Maybe it's reflexology, maybe it's social media. I mean, a lot of you guys are really passionate about your social media. Maybe it's God, maybe it's crystals, maybe it's tarot cards, maybe it's candles. It doesn't have to be, it could be something you're really just passionate about. Don't judge it, just write it. This is like why I said, have fun with it, let it out. Dawn in New York says, helping others. So right now we want to just try to kind of come up with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have 10 ideas, that's perfect. Write it down. Music, excuse me, juicing and cooking, sustainable clothing, my ancestors, history, acting, singing, performance, arts, travels. Travel's a great one. Travel is a really great one. Surfing, food, natural hair care, cooking, health, working out, hair care, teaching others, elder assistance, helping others, geriatric patients, healing, uplifting, single parents fashion. Okay. So you guys have written those out. Hope it's easy. You don't have to print this out. You can print it, but you can also work on it in this Google Doc. Someone's saying music, acting, spirituality. Okay. So hair and mental health, fashion, holistic health, and nature. You guys got some good stuff. This is great stuff. And the best part about it, we're going to get to it, is that you are the one who's going to be delivering this. This is the best part. We're going to get into that more in day 2. Babies, travel and health, skincare. Okay, so now that you guys have nailed down, this beautiful list, someone said laughing, right? Now that you guys have nailed down this beautiful list, from your list, I want you to, this can be challenging, but just for the sake of this practice, nail down 3 of those passions and put them fill those out into the next box. So, if you said, someone had a lot, skincare, makeup, veganism, right? I could go on and on about government control. Okay, so, but think about what, I also would say, try to think of something that's more, that's how can you positively impact someone with that? So anytime you want to go into that arena, make sure you're always focusing on how that's going to positively impact a person's life by educating them. So, okay. Health and healing, vegan food, design, home, garden space. So yeah, I mean, Matthew, you got a lot of different ones. Like you could basically, I think for the sake of this, try to nail it down into one kind of grouping, right? So like the health and the food really it works together. Or if you like to travel and you like food, and health, maybe you're traveling and you're finding healthy food around the world. Try to kind of piece it together like that. So now we're going to move on to element number 2 of the day. So, if you haven't finished, take your time. It's fine. I'm just going to go through this for the sake of time. I don't want to be on here too long. I don't want to, especially, Instagram. I try not to get kicked out of here. So the second thing that we want to list out. So yeah, there's things that you are passionate about. There's things that you love to talk about. Now, we need to make a list of the skill sets and proficiencies that come effortlessly and naturally to you. Just start writing. Don't think about this. What are you naturally good at? What do you already make money doing? Are you good with books? Are you good with numbers? Are you good at taking pictures? Are you good at identifying really great content? Like, do you like to create? Are you artistic? What do you naturally already doing that you're getting paid for or you're proficient with, right? And this is really important. And this could also be something that people are constantly thanking you for or coming to you for with help. Okay, so this is where we need to kind of think about um, what we already are good at, cooking and teaching. I'm a chef supervisor and a men's person. Okay, so you already are good at that. You already have these skills. So try to list out, 1 to 5 um, things that you are already good at. Okay. Customer service, message. Okay. So very important to have good customer service, um, especially when you want to get into this online space and try and learn. And I hope I can teach you how to become, profitable and how to start using your skills and your passions to create wealth and to escape the matrix. Okay. I'm articulate. I'm personable. Those are great proficiencies. Those are great proficiencies. Connecting with people. Um, yeah, so interpersonal skills, so important. It's is you. This is you. It's your brand, right? So, from the list of proficiencies, list out the top 3 things that you're good at, that you perhaps get paid for, that perhaps people come to you for help with. And I want you to list the ones that you actually like about yourself. So, if you're right now getting paid to be an accountant and you hate it, leave that out. Like, if you're proficient at doing bookkeeping, but you don't want to do that, then we want to leave that out. But we do want to put in there the things that we're good at, the things that we're getting paid for, so that we can come to our next phase of this, which is finding that zone of genius. And I'm so excited for you guys to be here on YouTube. Definitely something that I plan to expand upon is to be expanding upon my YouTube, moving into different audiences, different platforms. We are going to be building, not to bust up the workshop here, guys, but we're going to be building a subscriptions-based site that'll have a lot more trainings in it and different workshops in it. So it'll be great because then I'll be able to also speak freely. Okay. So thanks for joining on YouTube. I really appreciate it. So maintaining strong partnerships, connecting through authenticity, and managing a business, researching beauty, fashion, organizing, design. Ooh, you guys have great skills. Like, you are very skilled people. So here's what we're going to do. All right. I want you to take what you're passionate about and what you are naturally good at, okay, or what you're proficient at, and see where those things cross. This, my friends, is the zone of genius. This, my friends, is the zone of genius. What you are already good at, what you're passionate about, boom, that is a powerful place. For me, I'll use myself as an example. I'm going to use 2 examples. For me, I was proficient before I decided to start my business in healing I knew a lot about public speaking. I love to do makeup. I know how to present myself. I know how to light myself up. That's a proficiency. I was good at those things. And I was passionate about healing and health. So you take healing and health, great at being on the camera, boom, you got amazing content and videos for people to heal, right? That's how I came to my conclusion. My assistant, Emily, okay? You don't have to be something that's some crazy, 20 years of education, right? Emily loves, passionate about Instagram, passionate about growth, loves to see her other creators. Emily had done Detox by Declue. She has a bachelor's degree in marketing. And she loves Instagram and she loves watching people grow. She's creative. So she's already proficient in creativity. She has this background in marketing and she's passionate about helping me as a creator to grow my business. So boom, she's found her zone of genius and she helps me with my social media and with my business. That's how you find it, right? Maybe you're meant to help other people. Maybe you're meant to help other businesses. It doesn't have to be that you're out here, reinventing the wheel. So this is where your zone of genius is. Someone said cooking, baking, and taking care of others. So Mama de Queen, right? So perhaps your zone of genius is I'm really passionate about taking care of others, and I love cooking and I love baking, and how can I teach them how to cook and how to bake in a way, right, that makes them healthier, that's helping them take care of themselves, right? So don't overthink it. Just kind of look at how you can combine, and I'd love to see how you guys have come together with your, let me know in the chat how you've come together with your passions and what you're already good at. And this is where we start to boil down where you're going to be of service in this space. And I just want to let you guys know too, um, there's no wrong answer. And when you have these skills that, like I said, Alyssa, Alley Cat, who's in the chat, she's my other amazing assistant. I have a really awesome team. I don't do this by myself. She is an incredible woman, who actually, like I said, who has helped me to develop this. We did this together as two women who have launched millions of dollars of products and programs, and she's helped dozens of other businesses to grow, right? And once you have these skills, let's say you decide later on, oh, I don't really know if I'm like that passionate about this. It doesn't matter. Like if I decided tomorrow I didn't want to do Detox by Declue, which isn't going to happen. But anyways, imagine tomorrow if I didn't, I could pick up with the skills that I have and literally create courses on crochet. I could literally pick up tomorrow with the skills of knowing how to create these products and go create something about how to travel the world, whatever I decided. So understand that these skills are priceless, because you can use them. And like, one of Matthew was saying, he's passionate about building. If I wanted to go have a construction company, I could go learn how to teach people how to start their construction companies. I mean, this is how powerful these tools, like I said, that really Alyssa and I have come together and put together for you guys. Okay. Please check your spam and promotion if you never got the email. There's no such thing as oversaturated. No one can say it like you. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more next, the pain points, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We never, ever are going to steal from another person, right? You are allowed to be inspired by someone, but you never steal from another person. You're allowed to be influenced, right? Like my program, it's trademarked, by the way. But if I have pieces that I got from Medical Medium, I didn't just say this is my cleanse and it's actually the entire Medical Medium cleanse, right? Like we can be influenced and we can take pieces from other people, but we're not gonna be copying people. We can be inspired, but remember, no one else can be you. No one else can say it like you. And that's where there's no such thing as an oversaturated market. So let me have a little sip of water. Yes, Lady K. This is a blueprint. You are getting a blueprint. So anytime you decide you want to create anything, you have the skill set. It's all about having the skills. So number 3, the last 2 elements we're going to go over, it's going to bring all of this together to find out how you can turn your zone of genius into a profitable business. Okay. The third key element is finding where there is a pain in the marketplace, that relates to your zone of genius from elements 1 and 2. This is where things get serious, because this is where you're aligning your zone of genius with an actual need in the marketplace. This is where we're going to do research. This is where we are going to, again, be inspired. We're not copying people. We're going to be inspired. And you're going to conduct your own personal research. So hear me out. This is where internet search skills come in handy, okay? So we kept it simple. We kept it short. But we actually want you guys to do a little bit of internet stalking, right? Do a little bit of internet stalking. Someone said they love travel. Well, how is it? And if you're having issues with Instagram, I welcome you guys to go join me on YouTube. Actually, let me create that comment. Join on YouTube. Let me say Healing with Ginger Declue. Thanks for your patience, guys. Okay. All right. So this is where you can get inspired to figure out what is already who's already making money. And parenting is absolutely a skill. Parenting actually is probably one of the most profitable skills. There are people who are parenting influencers, micro influencers, and that's another thing I want you guys to understand. You need 100 followers. You need 100 followers to, let me pin this comment, to create a profitable company. You don't need tens of thousands of followers to create, a $10,000 month or $20,000 month, just so you know. But parenting is definitely probably one of the top places to make a lot of money. There's influencers making millions of dollars a year, micro influencers making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, micro influencers, anyone under 50,000 followers, just based on sharing their kids, how they feed their kids, how they love their kids, how they homeschool their kids. Anything you're passionate about, my darling, can be turned into a profitable business. All right. And this is where you can start researching it. We have these amazing tools. I know Instagram today is kind of being wonky and weird. But you guys can just go and check things out. So when I was getting started, there's some practices that I did that I wouldn't recommend today, but I would look at people like the Medical Medium, people like Fully Raw Christina, people like I Am Surviving Vegan, because why? They are in the same field as me. They are doing healing work. They're helping people with their diet. Right? Now, I do very different things than they do, but I looked at, okay, how did they show up? And everyone has their own style. Like Fully Raw Christina, all she does is post recipes, right? Medical Medium, he posts his book. Surviving Vegan posts her 10-day challenges, right? That's her way of doing it. So you guys can go look up other parenting people, look up some of these like literally hashtag parenting, hashtag travel, hashtag surfing, whatever it is, and look for the trigger words that you see on their websites, programs, blogs. Go to the person's link in bio, right? Because oftentimes that's where they'll have their programs, right? Everyone who is doing social media the way I am, we are utilizing social media. We are not used by social media. Social media is a tool I use to attract clients and an audience so that I can sell my services and help people with their body. What are the things that these people who are in your niche, we're going to use that word, that's the first time I dropped the niche word, what are they solving? What do they help their clients with? Do any of them speak on something you could possibly solve in your zone of genius? List this out in your notes. And again, this part might have to happen a little bit later on, right? Because we're here on this live, unless you have your computer and you want to, get on your computer and start looking. What's another example? Of someone. Maybe you like makeup. Maybe you want to do makeup artistry, and you see how there's people, Vanity, I forget what her name is. I think Vanity Makeup. She does amazing makeup. And what does she do? She teaches you how to do your own makeup. She solves a problem. She says, look, if you know how to do makeup, you're going to get a job. If you know how to do makeup, you're going to be able to get a boyfriend, right? Or whatever the pain that having this ability to do makeup is going to solve. So again, if you want to take time to do this afterwards, this is an opportunity. Any suggestions on where? I want to create an app related to skincare. So we need to start with this. The app comes much, much, much later. The websites come much, much, much later. Why would you build a website if you don't have anyone who's going to click on it? That doesn't make any sense. You don't need a blog if no one's reading it. You need an audience. So you're going to do this by finding out, let's start here. Let's worry about the app later on. Okay? And we're going to start here with who we are, what we're here to do, who we're here to help. Okay? And that's where we start. Okay? This is where we start. So once you have figured out, and again, we're not going to do that this second. But when you have a little time, take a few minutes. I don't want you guys going down rabbit holes, but take a few minutes like, whoa, this person, here's another great example. I have a lot of accounts. I have an Airbnb. Shout out to me, Mogul Ginger. Okay, I am a mogul. That's a fact. I have an Airbnb, and guess what? Right? This is an example. I didn't know how to set up my Airbnb, but I follow some incredible people who have 100 Airbnbs. Chit B&B is a great example. Chit B&B. Okay, this is a perfect person. Like let's say if I was gonna start another business, like I'm saying, if Detox by the Clue ended tomorrow, I could start another business in 2 days. Okay, so Chit B&B, right? I followed him for years because I was so excited to start doing Airbnbs. They're such a profitable, incredible way to make money. And it's semi-passive, the property is going to increase in value, and there's so many ways to do it, right? So I didn't know how to set it up though, right? And I've been following this guy. Well, for $2,500, okay, I love his content. He knows the problem that I don't know what I'm doing with an Airbnb. He knows my problem, right? And we're going to get to that. We're getting into that with the pain, right? And we're going to really dive into that tomorrow with uncovering your pain of your potential paying clients. All right. So the pain I had was I don't know how to set up this Airbnb. And his solution was, well, pay me $2,500 and I'll give you a step-by-step guide to do Airbnb. And boom, there's another one, Tony Robinson. Laura, one of my girls who's in the chat, we follow him. He sets up, courses and different workshops that you pay for so that you can get information, because this is a currency-based reality. We need to exchange currency. If we want to get all of the tools, we're going to have to exchange that currency. And because I gave him $2,500, I've already made $35,000 running my Airbnb in just 6 months. So this is an example of how you can take what you already do, what you're already proficient at, and you can kind of research other people. So if I was going to do Airbnb, I'd probably look at his page. I'd look at Tony Robinson's page. I'd look at Lisa's and Lattes page. That's another girl who does Airbnbs, Lisa's and Lattes. And I'd say, okay, this is what they're doing. I think I could add my own sauce, my own perspective, my own skills to this field. This is just examples, right? Another example could be like for Emily. How can I help Ginger grow her account? And Emily's actually in the process, I think she's considering branching out and learning more about how to be more of a hands-on, have more skills with doing social media and doing different things with me. So she's looking at other people whose profiles say social media manager, right? And how can I elevate my skills and offer more solutions? So all you guys have to do if you want to start looking into Instagram is start looking up hashtags. Look up the hashtag parenting, hashtag travel, hashtag cooking, hashtag recipes, hashtag spirituality, hashtag astrology, hashtag Jesus. I'm an equal opportunity to help us all. I'm equal opportunity, right? Hashtag Krishna, whatever you are passionate and you cannot wait to offer solutions to people, you are going to be doing fantastic. So you can do a little bit of research, see where there's already a market. Now, the number 4 element, very important element, and we're going to really dive in more tomorrow, is the paying market. Your ideal clients or customers are looking for transformation and solutions. Your ideal customers are looking for transformations and solutions. It all boils down to how you present or deliver your solutions to your ideal clients, okay? Your ideal audience, which is something we will get more in detail to inside of my business mentorship, which we are starting the full-blown program on November 18th. This is a little taster sampler of what we are going to be doing there. But for now, let's do some more research, okay? So based on your research, decide on what the biggest pain point was when you discovered in element 3, and then you want to and are excited to help people solve. Like, what are you excited to help people solve? So what is the pain that you're solving? How does your skill solve the pain? Right? How does, like I explained about, so you can do some research on how people are already out here doing it. Then you can also discover, well, how can I bring my own sauce to this problem and help people solve it? Okay, so I've been struggling with exactly what I want to start with first. I'm a yoga instructor, personal trainer, and have a degree. So in nutrition. So you have to love, you're a perfect candidate. You need this. You need this right now, okay? Because you just need to figure out how you solve problems for people using your skills. All right. And like I said, tomorrow we are going to go more in depth into ideal clients and so forth. But it's like, if you're a fitness expert, like if you have a killer body, you have a rock hard six pack, right? You don't share, look at my six pack, right? Like, look at how sexy my body is. Cool. You have a sexy body. No. You say, do you have fatigue? Isn't this fatigue stopping you from living your life? Are you uncomfortable in your pants? Well, I have a six pack. Okay? I can solve the problem of your fatigue. Sign up for my course. And you have to build their trust and build this audience. It's not something you just like, hey, in the DM, hey, I know you just found me this morning, but like, I think but this is how you do it. This is how it's done. This is the masters. This is what the masters have been doing, right? We've been utilizing this app. Someone said, I sell CMOS. Okay, your CMOS has 75 minerals, or 92 minerals, and it's the 3 triple gold CMOS, and it's so great, and it's the best CMOS. Awesome. Cool. Okay, here's another way to say it. Are you mineral deficient? Are you suffering with a fibroid because you don't have minerals? Is your body weak? Are you sick? Are you on all these medications that you know are poisonous? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am really on all these medications. Yeah, I really don't feel well. Well, I have a solution. It's at the link in my bio. Right? We don't sell how great we are and how good things are. We sell how the thing fixes what's wrong with our audience. Oh, look at me. I'm a perfect mom. I have all the dishes done, and every night we eat a home cooked meal. Cool. You are cool. That's awesome. Are you a mom who really wants to feed their kids wholesome food and is just at a loss and doesn't know with how to be organized? Are you a mom who you didn't have good models? Your mom and dad were alcoholics and you want to be a good parent. And you're scared that you're failing your children because you're eating pizza 3 days a week. And your child is picky. Are you feeling that pain? Well, I know that pain. And look, I feed my kids home cooked meal 7 days a week. Do you want me to teach you how? Right? You see the difference between, look at me, I'm a cool badass, look at my cool juice, and saying, whoa, I see you and I see your pain and I know we can get you to a place where you're no longer in that pain. And the bigger the pain that you are solving, the better, the more money you're going to make, right? The best businesses on Instagram, which is why I'm coming into it, is the business to business, right? I could sit here and say to you guys, yeah, I'm a $1 million business. I have $1 million business and I have all this property. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cool, Ginger, big freaking deal. Or would it be better to say, hey, 7 years ago, I was on food stamps. Okay, 7 years ago, I was on food stamps and my car would get repossessed like every 6 months because I would always miss payments, right? But now, through all the thousands of dollars I've spent and errors I've made, I can help you take your business from $0 to $10,000, right? A month. So it's like, what's that worth, right? Like, how much is that worth? Because if you could take this knowledge and then literally see, like, no, I literally implemented it and now I have $100,000, that's called a return on investment, right? So if you are solving the problem that you're a parent and you want your kids, or someone said, how to cook a meal in 30 minutes. So here's what you would say, love, Lady Key. Here's what you would say. Cost of McDonald's, cost of Applebee's, cost of this, cost of Grubhub. Girl, you're spending $700 every 2 weeks on takeout. Girl, $700, I didn't even add it up. I'm just so busy, I don't have time. Well, guess what? I'm going to teach you how to save $400 in 2 weeks, because now you're going to know how to cook in 30 minutes. Solution. Okay, like, this is how we become of service. We understand, and that's why you guys are passionate about these things, because you had the pain. You personally had the pain, right? CMOS ahead. You had the pain of being mineral deficient. You had the pain. So speak like, hey, bro, I was there, right? For me, I've been through, you guys know me, I've been through all these health problems. I speak on that. I don't just sit here and be like, oh my God, do you see how thick and, I mean, this is all my hair. It's so thick. My skin is perfect, except I do have a pimple today. I mean, I'm perfect. My health is great. I sleep 12 hours a night and I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and start my day. Aren't I special? No, I say I started where you are, all jacked up. And if you pay me to do this program, we're going to get you where I am, boo. And after, over time, this is how you build your business, okay? This is how things expand. It just takes that first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and then they say, hey, yeah, this worked. Next thing you know, you're doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 enrollments a year, right? This is what I want to educate you guys on, because this is how you escape from the matrix. Okay? So you need to understand that what is the pain that you're solving and how does your skill solve their problem? Right? What is the pain that the CMOS solves? What is the pain that the 30-minute meal solves? It solves spending $700 every 2 weeks on some nonsense. What does the pain that being a yoga teacher solves? You're unhealthy and you have pain because your back is all tight and you have tech neck. Do you sit on your phone all day? Is your neck hurting because you're this way? Look, your chin is even getting deformed because you don't even have a good posture. People are like, oh shit, I need to do some yoga. I don't have a chin like that, right? Okay, so anything that you guys put down, think of now, and again, this was the question in paying market, number 4. Think of how you solve that with your skill. And if you're really struggling to figure out what your skill is, okay, you're probably dealing with a lot of brain fog, because every single one of us has a skill. All right. Every single one of us can be out here. There's no excuse. It's easier than ever. Here's the easiest one. How to flip on eBay. How to flip on eBay. Hey, are you broke? Right? I've been wanting to make this course. I just haven't had time. This is what I mean when I say you can plug and play for anything. I've been wanting to make this course. Have you wanted to... Are you broke ass? You don't want to put a lot of time into working. To be honest, you're just kind of lazy. Well, let's go to the Goodwill. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to spend $50 at Goodwill, and I'm going to sell this $50 for the stuff that I buy for $250. And if you want to learn the exact strategy, you got to pay me for my book or my e-course or whatever it is. Are you trying to do Amazon drop shipping? I've done a $3,000 drop shipping course, guys. I've done one. Did I get into it? Didn't spark me like the health did. But I've done a $3,000 drop shipping course where the guy said, "Are you trying to not have to do your regular job? Well, here's how to do drop shipping. Here's the step by step." Right? Literally anything can be turned into, if you're solving a problem, okay, you could literally turn it into a course. Okay, guys? So, the identify what people are, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with. Oh snap. I'm sorry. I can't see. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is my first time doing a YouTube live. So I actually, when you guys ask a question on YouTube live, it goes away. I'm sorry. I know that you guys are asking a couple things. We'll get better at this. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have it figured out. So the last thing we're going to leave you with before we go, is that we want to identify what people are already paying for to solve this pain already. So this is where you can do a little digging of like, well, what is my competition? Although remember, there is no competition because there is no you. There is no you. There was only one Ginger DeClue teaching detox, right? There's only one medical medium teaching celery juice the way he does, right? You can't, and you don't, we're not copying. Remember, we're not copying anyone, but we can be inspired. Okay. And no, you can sell a service or a product as well. I'm just saying you have to create a problem. You're not creating a problem. You know the problem. If you sell a moisturizer cream, it's the most amazing moisturizer cream. It comes from the Dead Sea, and I personally hand crystal infuse it with juju beads, and it's literally like the best cream ever. Or is your foot crusty? Is your husband afraid to touch your feet because they're so rock hard? Do your feet bleed? Is your skin dull and gross? Are you trying to go to the beach this summer and your skin looks like this? I got this juju bead cream, honey. I got this juju bead cream. It's going to take care of that. It's not about how great your product is. It is about how does your product solve a problem. Period. This is like very important. This is you guys don't realize the information you're getting here is very powerful, very, very powerful information. Seriously. All right. So the last thing you can do as your, or if you're just a person who does a personal training, if you're a person who does in-house cooking, if you're a person who does what's another service, if you're a cosmetologist, if you do hair, how do you make that person's hair so healthy and strong? Right? Like this is, and thank you for the badges. I saw that you guys were buying badges. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So the last thing we want to do and especially this is kind of some stuff that you guys can do on your, let me open up docs. You can do later. Uh-oh, I just did something. Oopsie. Don't let Ginger on a computer, bro. Don't do it. I fixed it. Yeah, this is serious gems. Like these are powerful, powerful gems. If you decide that you want to work with me and let me literally teach you how to build your business from top to bottom, which is what this is all leading to, even if you don't do that, you have a lot of things you learned here, and you're gonna learn tomorrow as well, and on Wednesday. But yeah, like you work with me and like I said, Alyssa, who together we've launched, over 8 figures. That's over $10 million worth of products. Like, we know what we're doing. Like, we know what we're talking about. But, before before we get to tomorrow, I'd be really proud of you guys if you go and check out, what are your competitors already selling? What are your competitors already selling? And like I'm saying, what's the other CMOS guy selling? What's in his bio? Just check it out, just to give an idea of what people are already buying. Just to get an idea. What are people buying? What did you find in your search? How can you bring your own voice? And this is what is so powerful. How can you bring your own voice to this problem? As I said, there is no one else named Ginger DeClue doing detox. Are there other people doing detox? Perhaps. But there's only me doing it with my voice and my perspective and my experience. Right? So maybe there's 500 other people, maybe there's 500,000 other people selling yoga courses. Who cares? They're not you. And you come and you solve a problem like no one else. And this is what I would say as someone who's been in business for years, okay, who's tried and failed, by the way, at things. What I have seen a lot of is that people are really, really presenting their product in the wrong way. They present in a way that's, look at me, look how great I am, look how special my thing is, look how awesome this thingy I sell is. It's so cool. Okay, awesome. Why do I need it? Scroll. Next. No one cares about how cool you are, how cool your hair is, how great your body looks, unless that means that you are somehow going to help them get a better body. Be of service. Be of service. That's what I want to teach you guys. So we made it through day one. Instagram tried to play me, okay? Try to shut down on my day one. I was like, what you mean, day one? What you talking about, Willis? And Garava, she says, I don't sell anything, I'm an artist. Honey, you can learn how does your art solve a problem? I'll tell you right now, I buy art. Shout out to Brazian, okay, at Brazian. I bought a $5,000 painting from her. She's a recent college graduate, and her art transformed me. It was a beautiful artwork. I should actually go and show you guys. So, and then we'll go. That'll be the last thing. I'll show you guys, because you can, anything that you're doing, all right? You can be an artist. You can sell printouts. You could be whatever you want to be, because everything is solution, right? This piece of art, and this is what I'll leave you with. Can I turn this around? Yeah, I can. So this piece of art, I bought this from an artist. She had like 2,000 followers. Okay? And guess what? What did this art say to me? What did her content say to me? This art, done by a young Black woman artist, is abundance. This is, if someone buys this from me, you're proving you're abundant, you're proving I'm abundant. So don't ever sit here and say you don't have a thing, you're not good enough. We all are good enough. We all are powerful. Let this piece of art be the inspiration. We are all going to be creating abundance. We are all exiting the matrix. Check your emails for the download if you didn't get it. Okay, shout out to Brazian, the artist who did this incredible. I mean, it's like 3D. Like, this is the energy of the rest of 2022 and into 2023, guys. We are exiting the matrix. We are creating health. We are creating wealth. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. And I will see you tomorrow at 10, and also Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Doing the thing. Let's go.